Hello and welcome to the show. As you can see, we have two cars today because Daniel is here. And I've just included this bit here. He won't thank me for it about his terrible attempting at parking.
My terrible parking. I have, in my defence, I did use cockpit view, and I didn't use any of the lookout cameras. I used entirely cockpit view with the mirrors, and I've never parked a car before, like in that view.
So yes, he's struggling with the Audi. Anyway, we have Will It Roll today. So we're going to do something slightly differently. Someone suggested that we should have sort of like both of us, and we should have to try and roll the cars on the same attempt. So it's sort of like tandem rolling, and now you've managed to crash into me. Well done.
I sort of hit you a tad.
So yes, we're going to do tandem rolling instead of tandem drifting because I think rolling is much more exciting. Look at the damage you've done to the side of my car. You broke it.
It's an Audi. It's fine.
It's true, German engineering here. So anyway, yes, as you can see, these are our first cars. Audi RS2 Advance, is that?
Yes, Audi RS2s. Check your history.
Things are. But yes, these cars have been suggested a few times. So yeah, what we're going to do is we've both got these both standard. I'm driving the blue one, Daniel's in the red one, and we're going to throw them at the curb at sunset and try and make them roll. And now we both have to roll them on the same attempt. So if one of us rolls and the other doesn't, then we've got to keep going until sort of both of us fall over. This could be quite interesting. You haven't done Will It Roll before.
Well, I've never done Will It Roll before. You should roll it first, to be fair.
I should have the advantage here. So this was just us sort of setting up, ready for our first attempt, and you forgot how to drive briefly. You managed to take me out.
I just wasn't prepared.
Yeah, it's
that
true.
Was your fault.
These cars are. That was a little bit my fault there, trying to spin it around. These cars are quite understeery. They are quite good fun. Yeah. They're surprising. Well, they've got like 300 horsepower, but you can kind of chuck them about because they're four-wheel drive. You can just sort of mess about.
I was surprised how much power. I mean, it hasn't got very much power, but you can really chuck it about, like you said. This is the first attempt, and it didn't go too badly.
We got it on two wheels. I mean, that's the sort of the critical. Oh god, yeah, that was terrible.
We got the same
English.
angle.
Yeah, we got sort of quite far on two wheels. You managed to sort of get it all crossed up there. There are some difficulties with cameras, I will point out right now. Trying to get both cars in the same replay camera shot is a nightmare, and the game cameras aren't fantastic. So yeah, the camera work does go a little bit wonky from time to time.
I drove
You
around
missed
that
the curb quite a few times.
I'm racing, not rolling here.
Yeah,
that's my problem.
It is a sort of a little bit of a different, I wouldn't say skill, but it's sort of a different mindset when you're trying to roll cars. I can't even remember what's going on here, but as you can see, these cars aren't actually too bad, and we were getting them on two wheels quite a lot of time. I think this was that was quite good. It was looking a little bit more possible for these standard cars. I don't know.
The problem was it's the German engineering. That was what it was, because they've got very good suspension.
They were proving quite tricky to roll, but we were getting them on two wheels, which is promising. You got very on two wheels through there.
And then I sort of nearly had it coming together with a wall, which I nearly wet myself. But that was the closest we got. That was the closest so far we had.
Yeah, it did take us a long time actually. God knows how long this went. I quite like this shot. I'm just going around the corner and you sort of sliding in on two wheels. That's quite a cool shot, that one. Yeah, the early stage, I think this is about 5-10 minutes in, you were having more luck than I was. You somehow managed to get a tank slap in everything you drive now.
Yeah, well,
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I'm just good like
that. Quite a good save, I have to say. What have we got going on here? This is me. I got it on two wheels quite badly through there, and now I'm going to hit the wall. Yeah, I spun it.
Meet the wall. Yeah, that was
that was a
big shunt actually.
It was actually a pretty big shunt there and a pretty big spin. The wall is an issue with these cars. Again, they're not the greatest handling cars in the world. So when you are on two wheels and you're going through there, if you're taking a lot of speed, which these cars are capable of pretty high speeds, that happens. Yeah. And then you tried to spin me out here. That wasn't helping matters really, was it now?
No, I just carried on.
Just sort of nudge me. I'm going to do a J-turn. And these cars aren't good at J-turns, by the way. As you will see me fail miserably.
Oh. You had that before. Before we started filming, you did that, and your car just like whiplashed and put you in the wall.
Yes, it did that. There's another bit when I crashed it. That was me again getting on two wheels, and you somehow managed to fit through a gap. And now you're going to do another tank slapper. But anyway, we spent. I reckon it was about half an hour we spent doing this, trying to get these things to roll standard, and they did look like they would roll standard, but we spent so long on it that we then thought it'd probably be a good idea.
We just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah,
after half an hour we couldn't be bothered.
Upgrades in them. So we have fresh cars with some upgrades, and that was my first sort of corner, and there's Daniel in the background crashing it.
I rolled it immediately.
So yeah, that was the first attempt with upgraded cars. Upgrades is just suspension with the ride height increase. We haven't touched the springs and stiffness and all of that stuff, just an increased ride height because these cars look so close to rolling anyway. So here we are on the second attempt. Your car actually doesn't look too damaged there. But there we go. They both rolled.
And that was
now they are damaged. We did it. We did tandem rolling, and we both lost our bumper or rear bumpers, I think. So yay!
Well, I'm surprised we did that quick, to be honest.
Yeah, with the upgrades, I think these cars were pretty straightforward to roll. I was expecting them to be easier to roll than they were. Actually, these were a real pain to roll. I was expecting standard for them to be able to roll. However, we can't finish there. Well, this is another thing that was suggested to us very early on, actually, which we never really did. Is to do like a sort of what do we call this? Sort of like a
rolling shootout.
There we go, yeah. And we've got two cars. Now, the reason why we have these two cars is I was going to do a sort of review, sort of rivalry between the Impreza and the Evo, and then my computer exploded. So that will be coming soon. I'm not quite sure whenever I get time. Or it might be next week's review.
When your computer behaves itself.
Yeah, when my computer decides it doesn't want to die. So we're going to have a sort of competition. These are our favourite Imprezas and Evos. Daniel's driving the Evo. I am in the Impreza. Yep. This was your first attempt with the Evo. That's not too bad for a first time.
It wasn't too bad actually. I was surprised because I knew it had very stiff suspension.
You can't speak now.
No, I can't speak. I didn't really think it was going to roll that easy, but I got it on two wheels.
I missed the curve completely. Yeah. That was a terrible first attempt from me. And so yes, it continued. This took quite a long time. This was my second or third attempt that I thought I was going over, and it wasn't.
You scraped the bumper there.
It was a pretty good attempt, I have to say, that one. There is quite a big issue with the Subaru. Your Evo was doing relatively well. I don't even know what happened in this clip. Yeah, your Evo was doing pretty well, and that was fairly early on as well. You gonna hit the wall?
Yeah, I did meet the wall. Yeah, I did. That was a big shot.
You got quite a bit of damage on that front bumper. I didn't realise you'd hit the wall quite that hard.
Yeah, it was a minor nudge.
Yeah, the issue with the Subaru, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is something to do with the sort of body kit. As you see me there again, I was using bonnet view, and every time I got onto two wheels, I was seeing sparks coming from the front corner. I'm not sure if either the side skirt or the front bumper actually catches on the ground. You can see there again. It's on two wheels,
crashed,
and I cut the wall and I spun, and I stalled it for good measure.
Well done.
Oh dear. Oh, this was when you scared the crap out of me. So I was going to sort of park up, and you start appearing around the corner. You were a bit eager there to get going on your attempt.
I was get out of the way with, didn't I? Yeah, you sort of let out a scream then, which is quite. Yeah, I was having more luck, I think.
Yeah,
this was
getting a bit more on its side.
Yeah, this was my best attempt. The good thing about it. The Evo is that it's got a higher ride height than the Subaru, which made it easier to roll in that sense. Yeah,
the Subaru is a very tricky car. There's me again doing a near carbon copy. Yes, these are different video clips. It just did the same thing every time at that corner. It is horrendously annoying. Your Evo was doing a bit better. There we go. That was very close.
That was my closest one. There was much cursing in that one because I didn't do it.
Yeah. That was very close. I don't know how that thing stayed on its wheel. Have a guess what the Subaru might do this time round. Can we do it 3 times in a row? Yep, there we go.
Yes,
and I'm not going to spin it. I didn't spin it that time. Not quite identical. That is pretty much the story of my afternoon with the Subaru.
Yeah,
I guess that means
past 20 minutes.
Because it's more plot. I don't know. And this is your Evo, and eventually,
this is after about half an hour.
It's gone, and
I managed to roll.
Now, because of the way that the things were sort of working, we were taking it in turns, I then had to roll it on the next attempt, otherwise Daniel would win. And, well, would you like to guess what might happen to the Subaru? I don't know, this thing feels like it would roll standard, but I just couldn't get it to. And then I hit the wall with you for good measure there. I think I may have actually clipped you. But yes, there we go. So Daniel wins the roll off.
Shall I do Will It Roll from now on? Clearly you can't.
Yeah, I think we've got a new presenter for Will It Roll.
There we go.
You can spend hours throwing carbs at curbs. So yes, there we go. That is it for this video. Next time, Daniel will be presenting, and he can spend the hours rather than me. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.